Thank you all for joining us this morning. Do we know anybody else who's coming?
Well, I know Sue's can't.
And John
She
can't.
and
Good
John
enough.
can't.
Yeah.
So look at us.
Look at us.
Catherine hasn't been back since that first meeting, and we
Okay.
haven't
Right.
heard anything.
Not a
Everybody got me
word.
now?
Not a word.
No,
I think you got me now.
Yeah, I hear you now.
that's true. This is good.
Okay. Sorry
Judy,
about
can we
that.
hear you?
All right.
Judy?
Yes. Can you hear me all right?
Yes,
Yeah.
they can hear us.
Thank you.
Great.
Does everybody know each other?
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Kelly, I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Oh, now I can. Okay.
Okay.
I wasn't sure if you were
Gotta-
talking or just moving your lips.
Gotta
Okay.
speak. I'll just move my lips every once in a while.
That's fine.
Well, it says Kelly Kimball, but I'm assuming it's not Kelly Kimball.
No, it is.
It is Kelly
It,
Kimball.
it is
It's
Kelly Kimball.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
What?
I
Because he
met
looks
her-
different, John? You're saying he looks different? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I just don't. That's not the Kelly Kimball I knew in school.
Well, it's the beard.
The one I
Oh.
know.
John, you're not the John Borif we knew in school either. So there you go.
I don't
Yeah,
know. I'm pretty much the same.
I was a really clean cut kid.
You weren't in our class, William. You don't count.
No, no, no. I was.
I didn't know. I wouldn't have known you like walking down the street. But Kelly, I don't know that I would have remembered you. Do you remember? Would you remembered me?
Yeah.
I know your name. I remembered your
remember.
name.
I remember. I'm shocked at how many people I don't remember over the last 10 years, but I do remember from high school. Um, but
It's
I
more
almost
traumatic.
remember better from junior high,
Yeah.
but
which is weird.
I was the shy kid at Chatsworth. I was in the back.
That was never my impression of you.
No, mine
neither.
neither.
That's not the Kelly I knew.
No.
It's funny because that's what I remember. I mean,
Weren't you in student government?
No. I was just did my, I don't know. I was an athlete and I did my little sport and it wasn't a sport that anybody ever came to. So I kind of,
What was your sport?
I was a springboard and platform diver. And
Gary Share then, huh?
so
Wow, I feel bad.
Yeah. So
Well, yay!
any sport with a Speedo, I don't want to remember. I just don't want to remember.
Good old Coach Gary Share.
Yeah, that was my
There you go.
coach.
Yeah, then you knew my sisters were big time swimmers, but they were younger than us.
Yeah.
And that's the Gaona brothers were in our class, weren't they?
Yeah, Mike and Bob. Bob was older. Yeah, Robert.
Yeah.
Bob,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, well, I want to respect everybody's time, and I also want to remind you that I have to go at 1, so this meeting's going to end at 1. Actually,
Yeah,
maybe
let's
2 minutes
go.
before. Yeah,
John, you've taken the lead here.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, there's 2 ways to go to the meeting. One, I'd like to go this way, which is, we're under the gun here to pick a venue. And then, of course, once we pick a venue, we have to decide, do we have enough participation here to handle the food, the collection of money, the tickets, all the stuff that we're going to do, or do we hire a company? We know that the Tipsy Goat is available that weekend, and we can just go get it ourselves if we think we can do all these other sub jobs, or we hire the company that we talked to and they take care of everything. And then after talking to them, they take care of everything. We have to do some, table, knickknacks and probably some other stuff. Of course, get them as many email addresses as we can. One of the things they did say is they don't search for people anymore. They haven't done that 3 or 4 years, they said. So it's up to us to find people, feed them the email addresses, and they have a self-acclaimed awesome tickler system where they bug them and say, hey, you need to go, you need to pay, because one of the things they highly recommend is that we have price escalators as time goes on because people procrastinate. And so, of course, we want to get to that. I think the number they said was the magic was like 100 people. Once you have 100 people signed up, you're golden. And then at the last moment, there will be dozens and dozens of people that will sign up in the last, month or so before the event happens. So that's kind of a recap, So for me, I don't know who, I just wrote down a few things like, is there like a leader in this group? Is there like a chairperson that's kind of driving?
It was supposed to be me, but I'm willing to share.
Okay. Then that's not a problem. I'm just a structural guy. So I'm looking at, okay, we need some kind of leader, even if the leader's like, hey, let's have a meeting and you do this and do that, just some kind of leadership. So the big thing is if we pick the venue, then we got to get real about who is going to really drive here, who's going not drive, who's going to really make it happen in their event. So for instance, Judy, she's
Yes.
all over the website, so she's good. She's local, so she'll help us on a lot of local stuff. I'm not that far away. I can drive up there pretty quick and help out, anything that's local. But what I don't think we have is, somebody, or a team of people that are going to actively go after and find, email addresses and contact information.
We have been.
Okay.
Julia and I have been doing that for several days now. I
Okay.
mean, we started a long time ago.
Yeah,
And we
May.
do have
May.
the collection of names on the internet, and now we've put them all into our. It's still a long ways off, though.
Yeah, of course.
Long ways off.
Okay.
I mean, a
long-
long ways off getting all the email addresses, not next September.
Yeah,
No.
exactly. Well, that's good. That's one check in the box. So a big one is the collection of money, a spreadsheet, working with everybody on, how we doing on funds, and, do we have the money to put down on the venue? Because one of the things about using the company is we're using their credit. So if one of us, if let's say we choose to pick a venue and we're going to do all the stuff ourselves, somebody's going to have to step up and put a deposit down on the venue. I don't think they're going to just take our word for it. So we need to have a down payment. We have no idea if that's $200 or $2,000, what that down payment is, but that's something that can take in consideration here is to.
John, I'm sorry to interrupt. Would it be okay if I added to the chat thing the document from the reunion committee with what they do?
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, then you could go over. Why don't you wait a minute? Let me go
Oh,
through
sorry.
this
Already,
checklist.
I just clicked.
That's okay. We'll go over that. But
I clicked.
well, maybe that'll help us. Okay, let's share that now, because then as we see what they do, we need to talk about who is going to do that in our committee. Who's going to do.
If we don't go with them. you mean.
Exactly. So we're at the crossroads where at this point the Sheraton is out. They're already that weekend's out for them. The Tipsy Goats, which has been recommended, and it sounds like a fun place. That's kind of
In Thousand Oaks, it's located.
that's in TO, which is not bad. I mean, we're going to go to Agora, so no big deal. But we
And
got
it's actually, we can change the date. The only reason I'm leery to do that is because someone changed their travel plans.
yeah.
It was only one person, but
Yeah, but I think there was some other people on the leadership team here that said, "Hey, this is going to work."
that's
for me.
true. Marla
Yeah,
said that.
Julie,
So
Julie.
I think we need to try to stay
Julie.
with this date. I think we need to try.
A question before,
Yeah.
Mhm.
what's the number of people for Thousand Oaks? How many people can that place hold?
Oh,
What did she
Well,
say?
But,
We're going out on Wednesday. So
Yeah,
we'll,
Yeah.
I'm going to
we're
say it
gonna
was like
go-
150.
John and I are going to go out and
I
actually.
think it was
check it out.
150 also.
I think
Yeah.
so, yeah. I think it was 150. And she said that
And it was $130 to start
$130 for what?
All inclusive
per ticket
per
Yeah.
ticket. They do everything.
for everything.
We just feed them email addresses and they do it. And then we'll have some responsibilities, but nothing of any magnitude.
they run it, they staff it and, man it and all that.
Yeah. They actually have people there to check people in, to hand them
Yeah.
their badges. I mean, it is very awesome, but before we make a commitment, I think if we just throw that list, if we feel like we can pick the venue and do all the other sub jobs, then we look at that, because we'll save money, no doubt about it.
And they also provide the what they call an angel fund, so that if we have people who are, would
able
like
to
to
contribute a large
contribute,
sum.
then just towards the whole thing, then we could lower the price,
They gave an example of the class of
donations.
74. One of the classmates contributed $3,000, and that lowered the ticket price $20 a piece by having one $3,000 extra contribution. So that's something they're recommending, and they drive that, they work that. It'll be on our Facebook page and it'll be on our website also for those who can, if you can make a contribution to help lower the ticket prices. And there was also the angel fund would be for somebody that just can't afford,
Mhm.
much, and then they would kind of vet them, and then they would use the angel fund. to help
I
somebody.
would think it'd be a good idea to put that example on the website.
Well, that's what John just said.
Yeah, we
It
will
would
do
be
that.
on Facebook and the website.
Good. Yeah.
So I volunteered my wife. She's a very good writer. She worked for a law firm, so she knows this stuff. And she just needs a sample, and she'll take it and she'll clean it up and make it. She's good. She's really good at
Yeah,
this.
she's going to do the content for our website.
She's going to help. I got to watch how much I tell her. She might watch this video. Honey, you're not going to do all of it. You're going to help. So anyway, all right. Well, let's go ahead. And how do we see that? Can you share a screen, or do
If
we?
you click on where it says chat,
Yeah, I see it.
there you go.
Oh, look at there.
And then he said, "Thank God for ChatGPT." ChatGPT.
That was Kelly.
Oh, that was Kelly. Oh,
So,
Okay.
can I ask a question, Judy? Did you ever contact the people at Los Toros to see how this compared?
Well, I think that this comes down to if we go with like Los Toros, who are going to be the people who handle deposits and manning it, checking people in, all that. So I kind of feel like that's our first, to me, that's our first question. Are we going to have people who will do that if we choose a venue ourselves?
Yeah, and I think that's what I'm saying right now. Let's look at this list of what they provide and say, okay, that's something that we're going to need to provide, and there's somebody that's going to do it.
Right. Are we
'Cause
going
if
to be able to
if
do
we
that
only do 2 out of
ourselves?
10 things, then we're going to have to go with an all-inclusive. So unfortunately, I can't get that thing to open up.
Really?
No?
If you click on it, I just double clicked it and it opened up
Yeah.
into a document.
Yeah, mine keeps going up to a
A save screen.
save as.
There it goes. This is magic double click.
Did it work?
If you go on where there's 3 little dots, John, it says open file.
I'll try it again.
oh, I see it. Yeah.
I only have download, unfortunately. It's not letting me open. And when I download, there's nothing there.
Yeah, I double clicked it and it opened up. But I saved it first. So got that out of the way. So if you double click it, then you double click it, then it'll open up.
Yeah, where did it save it to? I just hit save and I don't see it. Downloads, documents.
Can you see that?
Yeah, there
There
we
you
go.
go.
See,
There we
technology. Okay, here we
Yeah.
go. All right. So that was one of the things we talked about is, somebody that's going to handle all the books, basically collect the money, give us, monthly reports, and, make payments to different things we need to pay payments on, because, we all know that whether it's the food, the DJ, or the event place or whatever, we gotta pay as we go, and then maintain the database. It really should be maybe a separate person. So you got one person doing the money, and then you got somebody else maintaining the database, which I think in this case would be the emails. So I think the same people doing the emails could maintain the database. Website, Judy's on that. Email invitations, that would be, possibly another person, or maybe it's Judy and Jayne and I forgot the lady's name that you guys are working together.
Julie.
Julie?
Julia.
Yeah, Julie, yeah.
May I interject something about the database? There's going to be some people that you can't get email addresses, but you can get a snail mail. Actually a
Property address.
So there's that. There's snail mail. There's also some people that you're only going to contact on Facebook or some other some other way. But so you should have columns for that, or codes. What I had was codes, and then if I actually was successful in contacting the person, then I have something for that also. So those are things you should put in there.
Yeah, that makes
Plan
sense.
for it.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. And I believe the company, I think they only do email. I don't think they're going to do snail mail, and I don't think they're going to. I think they only do email. That's my guess. After talking to them. So we'd have to supplement that with somebody if we use them to do the snail mail and do the
Yeah.
Facebook interaction.
We can do that though.
Yeah,
I did a lot of Facebooking
Mm.
last week after our meeting, so
cool.
I didn't do any snail mail, but I want to wait till we have a date and a plan.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah.
emails throughout the planning. I mean, she emphasized that, and I agree with her, which is as people join, as things happen, we're sending out happy emails and happy Facebook postings and happy updates on the website. Things are going well. We're over 100 people now, and Judy's flying in from Colombia, and whatever, anything fun to keep the excitement going. So some kind of advertising person that's what would you call that person, a rah person. There's a better name for that person, but somebody that likes to do that.
A promotion person.
There you go, the promotional department. And of course DJ, we got to round that person up, but that's easy. Once you find the person, you just give them their deposit, make sure they don't go out of business before the event, and then you're golden. Centerpieces, I thought they said we have to do that, but
No, they take
No,
care of that.
It's state.
yeah.
And it does say DJ with minimum guarantee on there.
Yeah. So, well, okay. I'm doing two things here in my mind. One, this is what they provide for the 130 to 150 a ticket. I'm working this right now to say, okay, everybody, if we want to save money, which I'm sure we can, we go secure
Gotcha.
a venue, but we have to do all these things, so we have to find people to do these things, and people that will really do them and not say they'll do them and then they disappear,
Right.
So somebody that wants to head up the centerpieces and the artwork and the signs or whatever we're going to do in there, that would definitely be a separate person committee thing. And then of course,
I
go ahead.
generally half the people that volunteer for stuff in all the reunions I've done, half the people just disappear. They
Things
don't
like
do
that.
anything.
Yeah.
Okay, and I will tell you that from all the events that I've worked on, that I have spent all the time and energy and money making centerpieces, they're pretty, but then you're stuck with them. So if you go to a
Mhm.
venue that already has that set up, that they're going to decorate the tables, they're going to have like a little flower arrangement or a little whatever, you want something fancy schmancy, why waste that money? I would rather not have that spent on centerpieces and have that be a thing than have it just go to waste, because then it just goes in the garbage.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I know, so we could put that to a vote as a group, but I'm definitely with you on the centerpieces. I totally agree. We just went to a
Same thing with
fundraiser for a
posters and all
local.
that
I
stuff.
kind of don't think it's negotiable, though. I think this is what they do, and we're
No, I'm
not.
just saying that if we took all this
Oh,
on
if we
ourselves,
do it,
what's
yeah.
on this list,
Yeah.
that we
But that's
have to
still
have,
somebody that's going to have to, arrange for that with the venue.
right? But if you go to a restaurant and you reserve out a place, you have a choice of how much do you want to dress up the tables or not. And all a centerpiece is going to do, unless it's very low, is get in the way of people who are across the table from each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
that too.
don't disagree. I'm just,
Okay, cool. We'd love to agree on disagreeing.
Right.
So-
And those kinds of things per table. I mean, how many tables are we talking about? We talk tables of 8, tables of 10. And if a table of 10, that's not going to be conducive to conversation. At the same time, if you're at a place that's this Tipsy Goat, I don't know what the venue actually looks like, but
I'm going to.
You should look it up real quick.
Send
It's
a
really
link to
pretty.
their website in just a minute here. So,
Okay. I guess
see it. It's real
I'm
cute.
still really frustrated that I went to Los Toros. They seat 120 and it's just like been dropped. I don't
think it's enough room.
really.
No.
Well, I will tell you right now that I'm not paying $130 for a ticket.
Okay. Yeah. Well, and that
So-
that definitely could be a problem, but we got to get real. I mean, one of the things that, as we were talking about, I use the example. My wife and I took our granddaughters over to like Taco Bell, and we spent like $40. I mean,
Yeah.
$100 is not what it used to be, and I mean that's still, if you're on fixed income or whatever, I get it, But that's why we're in this meeting. So, we're gonna have a reunion. We have a place here that we can get. And now we're at the crossroads, like, okay, we either stick with this date with the Tipsy Goats or keep looking for a place, or we change the date and try to go with like the Sheridan. But we need to get real about this list here. I mean, do we have the horsepower? Do we have the volunteers that will get this done and not let us down? You using William's example, that 50% of people are going to flake out. We need to have like 2 people on each one of these, job descriptions here, so to say. But we're almost through it. So after centerpieces, oh, go ahead. She's changing it. Okay, here's the Tipsy Goat.
Yeah.
Would we close down the Tipsy Goat for our reunion, or would they?
We
No,
would
they
get
would-
the yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry.
They still have the bar open, but we would have the whole back area.
Can I ask a few questions if you don't mind?
Please.
First of all,
Go for
what is a green reunion? If you guys covered that, I apologize. What if on the top of
We
that?
didn't. I don't know why they call it a green reunion.
Um,
Probably because there's no
They
paper.
get this.
Because there's no paper.
Am I correct in this? I mean, when you talk about the $130 to $150 a ticket and we're expecting, say, 150 people, then we're talking about the maximum price for this thing is somewhere around $20,000. Is that true, or there are added costs that I'm not?
This is all inclusive, yeah.
So 20 grand gets us reunion, period. A reunion for $150 a person.
Yes.
100, right, 150, 130 to 150 for this venue. If we go up, then it's more.
The Marriott would be more, and the
Yeah.
parking's expensive there too.
So
Yeah.
this was the cheapest of what we talked about. This was the cheapest by far, and the other places have paid parking on top.
Yeah. So in order to figure out the event, we need to know how many people have expressed interest in coming. Is that what we would wait for before we secure an event?
We've
or-
already, we do know so far how many people have signed the list, and it's about, let me look.
Oh.
Did anyone look that up when they were playing? When I was sending
I
out that
didn't look that.
information?
People who were, I did not even notice that. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'll look. Right now, on Facebook, there's 145 people that we just put into the system. They may have been there already, but
we have no data on them on what they're willing to pay at this point. I mean,
No.
they might
Well,
think
except
Yeah.
for the
It was the survey.
survey that we did way back.
Yeah, back in June or July.
Can I suggest that? I know I'm the new kid here, and I apologize if I'm kind of stepping on stuff, but can I suggest here, why don't we de-risk this whole thing? I'm happy to put the money up for the reunion, and then get reimbursed as time goes by. And if there's any left over that isn't, that's fine. I mean, just give me a budget. I'll make sure that we can move forward without any fear of not being able to raise the
they
rest of
can't find us. Sorry, I lost us.
You lost us?
Mhm.
You mean the screen we're on right now?
Yeah.
Oh, just click on the Zoom button on your screen. It should come right back.
I don't see the Zoom button.
It's on your bar, your bottom bar.
No.
We're here.
Okay.
We
I hear
see
ya.
you. We see
Okay,
you,
that's
Jake,
good. I know I'm there.
and we hear you and
We
everything.
see
so-
you, we hear you,
Yep.
you exist.
Okay.
I just sent a picture of Los Toros, the patio.
Oh. All right.
Okay, well, let's go down Kelly Path for a minute
That's
here.
the dining room.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
That's
Sorry.
the dining room.
Well, I mean, we could go either way, right? It was sort of one or the other.
I
Marla?
didn't ask about the dining room. I asked about patio. So I
Okay.
honestly don't know. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, I can still, try to get somebody to reply to me, and
I
maybe
talked
it's
to
just
a
a
woman
matter
named-
of going over.
Let's see if I can get her information.
Oh, I found you guys again.
We're here.
Yep. May I say something about Los Toros?
Yeah.
The one thought I have about Los Toros is that you know, whenever I've had a dinner there with classmates or whatever, there's been an awful lot of just competing activity, just like either next door or just people running through and that sort of stuff. It did not seem like it was all our situation, but I always seemed very crowded and competing.
Yeah, I've never been there. I don't remember going there. So, and that's something that we definitely need to take consideration. Is
It's a very popular place, extremely popular. So, yeah.
yeah,
I mean, it does have a lot of benefits that, as far as parking, you've got the whole parking lot that's not too far away for the Metrolink station that
Yeah. Yeah.
is a nice added.
Yeah. You got their back parking lot also, but there's also yeah, there's also you've got their food, you've got their fantastic bar. Um, it's got everything that you need,
It's just like John said. Well, John, you're proceeding. You've got
no, you
sounds
jump
like
in
you've
there
got a
anytime.
roadmap you're going by. So,
Well, good. I can deviate. I can get back on the highway if we need to. So,
no, I think it's just do we feel confident that we'll have people that will uh arrange for a DJ and staff the reunion, make all the name badges, uh,
I have a
you know,
question. Why are we having a DJ?
well, we may or may not, depending on the venue.
yeah.
So,
Okay. All right.
yeah,
I'm just curious because last time we all talked about how we all have hearing problems. So the music is going to be an issue, whether it's too loud or not. So
I think it would just be more for events if someone to run the way the evening goes.
in
I
other words,
think
having
in
a
terms
microphone, and it's kind of like a wedding reception. You've got to have a microphone to keep it to drive a little bit here.
yeah, I don't think finding somebody to do that is going to be a problem, honestly.
Okay, so
it's
So-
there's also the thing that's one of the things I was really hinting at is that there's a lot of competing noises in terms of the rest of the restaurant. There's just a lot of people there.
at Las Torres.
Yeah, at Las Toros.
I think
Well-
didn't we talk about that last time? That would be the Friday night meetup of just classmates only, and it's
Well,
It's-
Marla said she was thinking that would be at that brewery that's
Hand brewed beer.
kind
Oh,
of
the brewery.
industrial area.
yeah, we got the brewery still. I don't remember the name
It
of
would
that.
be that.
Okay, well, let me just finish this list here. So we were at centerpieces, which we're 50-50 on that for now. And then, of course, we have staff the reunion. So once again, I'm talking about if we pick the venue and we do all the things and we don't hire an inclusive company, we have to have people to staff the reunion, to greet the guests and, whatever has to be done. There has to be somebody there to do that, hand out name cards and blah, 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 kind of a checklist thing. And then, of course, make the name badges. So those are the different tasks that need to be manned, and we need to have at least 2 people on each one, just because of the 50% possible failure rate. So I think we're all adult here enough to say, all right, what do you guys think? Do we think we really have enough volunteers times 2 to make sure these things happen, to save money, so we can pick a venue and get going here? Or if we don't think we can find enough volunteers to do all this, then we need to go with an all-in-one company.
Well,
Comments?
it depends. I mean, are
Sorry, I
you?
don't mean to be quiet.
I honestly, I've planned enough events to know that when planning the event, a lot of the responsibility comes up on me alone. And so when all these people volunteer and say, yes, I'm going to help, and then people disappear. So there's that part of it.
My same experience myself, Marla.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
At the same time, William, I did look through your ways to do events, your PDF that you had posted on the event page, where you very clearly said, do not use the reunion committee. So
Oh.
very confused about why now we're even talking to them, but that's a whole separate thing.
Well, there is a point. The thing is, you're this late, and
Yeah,
the
well,
74
it's not about
reunion
the
had
timing.
the same thing.
I've
They were,
planned events with this much time before where it's been like less than 6 months and we've had a committee of people to do things, but we don't have people on the ground. So it doesn't matter
Yeah.
what we say. I'm not there. Jayne's not there. Judy's there-ish, right? Not,
Yeah, I'm here.
well, yeah, but how long is a drive for you?
2000 Oaks or I
To
mean,
Thousand Oaks
oh, I don't know. I haven't gone out there for a long time.
on a good day.
Half an hour or so, probably.
I was gonna say 45 minutes on a bad day.
45 minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
Kelly, where are you?
I'm in Malibu.
Okay.
If we hire the reunion committee to do all of these things, we don't have to worry about that. Is that correct?
I don't
Correct.
think it's true.
Yeah.
We still have to find all these people. We still have jobs to do.
Well,
Yeah, but it's
that's
not
what we're
like-
doing.
And you can't, trust me, you cannot just let it go because there's got to be somebody who's like the contact person, the task person, somebody who can check on things that are happening as far as name tags and like even just looking. through
Well,
the-
like I say, I am literally down the street, like maybe a quarter of a mile away from this reunion committee from their office.
Do you want all
So
this
it's-
stuff to dump on you, Judy? I mean, if you're willing to take
No,
this on,
I'm just saying that if as far as
Physically.
physically and one of the people there, she was Chatsworth class of 71 and she's like, oh, I really want to work this one. I love Chatsworth and they do a lot of
I can check
they've
to
done
make
a
sure
lot of
this is all
reunions. So
going.
what'd you say, Jayne?
I would be glad to check to make sure all this is going with the company.
Okay, well then, there you go.
So even okay, so we're going to have to manage the reunion committee, Inc. But so your guess, do they take 80% of our work away, 50% of our work, no work away? I mean, what is?
I would say, well, from what Lynn said last week, I got the feeling they took away like
Most.
closer to 80 to 90 at least percent of the work away.
And Lynn had gone use them. She was class 74. They just got through using them and she told us how wonderful they were. And then when we interviewed the lady the other day, I mean, she had a lot of good answers and she sounded, believable,
So what prevents us from saying, let's just go with the reunion committee, Inc.?
The cost.
The cost. It definitely drives the cost up. We think it does. It will drive the cost up because if we go cheap, if we just get a good place, no DJ, no centerpieces, no, we're going to save a ton of money. And then, and we may have a higher turnout,
I hate to be this guy. I really do. This is not, I hate to be this guy, right? But look, I'll pay for it. I mean, it's if we're adding so much more risk by trying to figure out these individual tasks, and we don't know how at this meeting we're going to actually accomplish that, then reunion committee accomplishes that. Look, I suck at organizing. I can't organize my way out of a paper bag. However, I'm really good at the finance part of it. So I would suggest just build the reunion you want to have. I'll fund it. Whatever comes back in through ticket sales, and figure out from that point of tickets if we get a maximum amount of people at $50 or do we get it at $100? I mean, what is the date on that? If it's $50 and there's money left over or there's debt left over, that's the angel fund. I'm happy to do that. I mean, but I think as far as I'm concerned, the only thing I think I can actually help with this is to say, let's just take the risk out, hire this company, I'll cover it. And whatever money comes in, we'll reduce whatever money I put into it. But I don't really care if it doesn't come back in. So let's just do the party that we want to do.
Well,
Okay.
I think which whoever is talking with the reunion committee, we could ask them, okay, if we want to hold the tickets down to, let's say, $50, then what will be the overage that someone will have to
And-
cover.
And I would suggest it doesn't matter. If you want to do it for free, it doesn't matter. I'll pay for it. If it's $50, it's $50. Figure out after, let's guarantee the party, let's do the party, and then figure out what the maximum price is. And the rest of it, we'll consider it the Angel Fund.
Oh.
But yeah, so that's
Yeah.
you know, what I would like to do is make sure that let's de-risk this thing as much as humanly possible. We can do that and not have to worry about whether or not somebody's going to be there to do the centerpieces or the you know, the laminated badges. Let them do all of it and just guarantee payment.
Okay, so
And I'll
here's
sign a
the way.
personal contract
That's
with them
very
if you want me
generous,
to.
Kelly. Very appreciated.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a really cool party, you know, than worry about.
And I do too. That's why I jumped in this committee. I'm dying. I moved to San Diego right after I graduated. I've been married
Right.
ever since then, and I missed all the other reunions, and I'm not going to miss this one.
Well, I sadly missed the last one, and I've always been the first one to sign and sign up, and I'm always sitting next to Jayne, and I missed that last. I missed that 9 years ago, and
Oh,
I
see
know what
I
happened,
see what's
Kelly.
happening here.
I had a friend who was inconveniently on his deathbed, so it just
Oh my
Oh.
goodness.
kind of got in the way of the but no, and so I've really been looking forward to this. I just think let's just have a good party. And you know, let's and if you want me to sign all the contracts and do all that person, I'm happy to do it. And I'm happy to work directly with the reunion committee to make sure it happens.
Well, thank you.
I think the
Thank you.
biggest issue is really the outreach, which I don't think, you know, I
Okay,
think
so that being said, I have a friend here who's a PI who reached out to her PI community in the United States. They gave me 6 different search engines that they recommended based on the fact that they were free. And if there are people that we cannot find through that, she did say that I could backdoor a couple that she would use her paid search engines for, and she would
Wow,
do that for me as a
great.
favor.
Yeah.
So
That's amazing.
and
Yeah.
a bonus and a bounty if anybody can find my ex-girlfriend, Sally Whitman. Just
Well, Sally, I'll find her.
just throwing that out.
Was she a
I
task
actually-
force? Was
I
she
worked for a
task force?
PI agency for 2 years, and my specialty was finding people that didn't want to be found. And I worked for attorneys. It was pretty fun because the
So
software
John,
that
what,
PI
so
gets
you
is
know all these,
incredible.
you probably know all these sites then, right?
Well, we were licensed private investigative agency. We had this special, I forgot the name of the program. I mean, I could find your social security number. I could find your husband's social security number. I could tell you every place you've lived. It was unbelievably scary what you could find out.
Wow.
But you have
Julie
to be
and I have
licensed.
run into some tricks, though. We have
Yeah,
we've
you have to be licensed to use
the
that.
last few days. It's been kind of up and down trying to
Okay,
find
so-
people.
Okay, so in the interest of time here, Kelly, thank you. This is awesome because now you're right. This takes a lot of the off the table. So now we have, I think, 2 tasks here today. One is, what is a ticket price that is reasonable that will attract the most people? It can't be free, and
No.
we know 150 is pushing it. So we're between. I know number that I had put down when we did the survey months ago. Why don't you guys go one at a time? What's a number you guys think will be reasonable that somebody should be paying for the 50th high school reunion per person? Marla?
Oh, thanks.
Well, because you're the first one to say, I'm not going to pay 150, so I'm going to pick on you.
What,
That's okay. There's no wrong answer here. We're just doing a quick survey. So quick, off the top of your, go.
75.
There you go. Judy.
I think between 75 and 100,
Okay.
but
Bill?
I'm not,
No, I know. No, this is an impromptu survey. William, what do you think? You've done these before. What's the number?
75, 80, something like that. Yeah.
And Janie?
I would say 100 to 120.
Okay. So we're at a low end of, my number was 75, by the way. I think the lowest number we just heard was 75, and then the high
But
was
you, Kelly,
Oh, I'm on team.
yeah. Kelly
I'm
said
on team
0. I mean,
Marla.
Kelly's willing to underwrite the whole thing here.
Yeah, I'm 75, but let's make sure we scholarship those who do call and say this is just a little bit
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
I have to let my dog out, so I stopped telling you guys to shut up. I'm not.
Okay.
That code for something, Jayne, or is that real?
She really has to go let her dog out.
Yeah, she let her
So-
dog out.
Okay, sorry.
And I'm sure no matter what price we get, we'll get pushback. I think what we want to avoid is getting it too high where people don't respond, right? And they just
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Well,
and
we do the escalator, and that's the way. The lady's right. You do the escalator. We started, let's just say consensus right now is $75. Just throw a number out there. So if we're at $75, we could start at $65 now and say sign up now for $65 for the next 90 days, and it's $75, and then it's $85. And they said that's the way you get the participation at its highest. You have those escalators and you advertise escalators.
yeah, I like that.
I just attached their what they were proposing that the Tipsy Goat has as their little buffet menu choices. If anybody wants to check that.
Okay. I know personally, I don't really care about the food, I really don't, because it's just one
It
evening.
looks fabulous.
Yeah, no,
I
I'm
have-
just
Well, I
noticed-
mean, if
Nice
we're going to be
choices.
drinking, it's probably good to have food.
So I do have a question, and I hate to go back here. So they did not have any place in Chatsworth
I
or nothing available that weekend.
Okay,
think
we asked
it
them
was-
to keep the budget in mind. We asked them, what's
Yeah,
your
it
top
was
three
budget.
places? And they said, these are our three places.
Okay.
There's our three cheapest places.
yeah,
There's
the
the
other one
Tipsy
was
Goat.
Sagebrush Cantina, but people said that there was a noise issue there.
It was a food
So
it's
we
gross
kind-
issue.
That was kind of not pursued. Is that right?
I just don't like
Yes.
the place.
And then there was the,
Well, it
there's the
was
one in
a
Woodland.
noise
There is
issue.
one in
Yeah.
Woodland Hills that's
The
closer.
Hilton.
Marriott. Was it Marriott?
No, Hilton.
It was hell.
Maybe.
I think it was the
But the-
Hilton.
The
Well,
parking
anyway.
was $17.
Yeah,
Wow.
parking was very high there.
Yeah. So that was that's probably the closest one would be the Woodland Hills one. So I don't know what the budget would be on that, Kelly. But
I think she said that one was closer to wasn't that more like 150?
yeah, it was the
Think
highest of the
so.
three.
All
That
right.
was the highest
That's
one, I
fine.
think.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
So
I
it's
know I
probably,
have contracts with people. I just wasn't sure. So
but we didn't ask her to check that date either. We only asked her to check the date on the two.
Well, I thought we gave her the date.
probably.
We did.
Yeah, we
yeah.
gave her the date because she came back and said that the Sheraton Agora was not available on the date, but Tipsy Goat was.
Yeah, my point is that we didn't ask her to check the Woodland Hills one to see if that was available.
Right.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
you're right.
It's too expensive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
All right.
we're going to go ahead and use the reunion committee. We're going to keep digging for emails. And I guess
And then
we need
Judy
to let
and
them
I
know
will
you're going to
check-
go, right?
Yeah, and then maybe we can call reunion committee back and say, what else do you got in the valley? What do you have in the valley? And then get back to Kelly and say, Kelly, here's some new numbers. Are you in? Are you good with that? Let Kelly make that final decision. So
Okay.
Kelly, would you like to be,
in the
Uh,
call,
do I have your permission, I guess, to give them your contact information?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me put it in the chat.
I'd rather not be, I'm fine with being their contact person, but Kelly, I'd like to have your, also so that,
Yeah, no problem. It's not a problem. No,
Great.
my only thing is just make the best reunion you could possibly imagine, right? And we'll underwrite it over here. Just make it a cool reunion, because for a lot of us, this is gonna be the last one.
yeah.
Once we get to the 50th reunion, there's gonna be a lot less people at the 60th.
Yeah.
So let's crush it on this.
Yeah, you're right. Good.
Is
good
there already,
call.
what did we say? 60 something people deceased in our class?
Yeah. I counted them and it was
That's
shocking.
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
yeah.
Lost
Not
a
a
lot.
thousand.
Then it's going to get worse. We're kind of hitting
Yeah, that time.
we're
I
hitting
There was
the,
a girl that just signed up
I mean,
on
how
our
many of us?
sheet and
Yeah, we're up
passed
to
away.
126 in our deceased in our class at 72.
There you
Yeah.
wow.
Well,
Okay,
Of course,
three-
that was that's a larger class, but yeah.
3 years. So let's make this one memorable.
um,
I don't want to look at that list and see my name on it and not be able to go to the 60th.
well, I was going to say, who here has a cardiologist? Raise your
Right.
hand. I mean, so yeah.
Yeah, I've already had a stroke, so hey.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
really.
I
Me
had a
too.
heart attack.
I'm with
I had
you.
a heart attack 4 years ago, so I have a stent keeping me alive. So, yep.
As long as we're comparing 8 years ago.
Jeez.
Stroke 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Brain tumor 15.
That's it.
Okay. So,
Case in point. Let's just make sure this is a great one.
okay. So we got 15 minutes till Marla has to depart. Just to kind of recap, we're going with the reunion committee. We're going to double check with them to see if any other venues in the valley. We'll get Kelly on the line if there's any price differences, so he can be on the decision. And then we pull the trigger. Are we good with that?
We
And
go-
we got to
if
keep,
we're-
we got to keep searching too.
Well, yeah, you're going to keep
Yes.
searching, but that now the good news, everybody can focus on searching. Of course,
Yes.
we'll Judy will be probably the point person, but I'll be happy to help her with the reunion committee calling us and saying, do this. I'd be happy to
Right.
work with Judy on
Yeah.
that to make sure
Yeah,
we don't get
I'm-
behind.
I'm
But it's
glad
all
to be
about,
the contact person.
yeah, they wanted one person, but I'd be happy to work with Judy on that.
Yeah, reach out. I will reach out for sure.
Who's coordinating
Um,
the searching for addresses? Who's coordinating that?
Julia and I.
Julia, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do have, if for a couple minutes, I would like to take what I would like to do ideally, that I think would be a big help, is if we could get some of us and some of people that as we get in touch with people, I would really like to ask people to kind of film themselves. I mean, just, on their phone, little short video clip, just say, hey, it's so-and-so, and I'm so looking forward to the 50th reunion. I'm really looking forward to seeing everybody, and just a little, whatever you want to say, but just kind of keep some, enthusiasm going, and just kind of make people, oh, hey, this really is happening. People are enthusiastic about it. That just goes so far in, people kind of catching the bug for being, hey, this sounds like this might be good. And so I'm going to kind of put it out on
The
our
dark web.
Facebook page and on the website, and
On the dark web.
if that sounds okay to people.
No,
I think it
absolutely.
sounds
I'm a big
great.
believer
Yeah.
in that.
It is, you're right, because Facebook, and in particular, people love Facebook. Once they get hooked on the Facebook page, it'll come up all the time, and as soon as they open up Facebook,
Right.
the reunion will be the first thing they see every time, especially if we're adding content. If we're adding videos, that definitely makes it go to the top. So
And the webpage.
yeah,
And I'm also hoping that people who just will not be able to make it because of scheduling or distance or whatever, I'm hoping to get them to send us a little greeting so we can put it as a little video to show during the party, so people can at least kind of see,
it'd be very
hey,
cool.
I'm sorry I'm not with you, but I have share a memory, just something that
Very
we
good.
can
Great
show.
idea. Great idea. Yeah. So we want to save those for the party, not
Those, yes.
yeah, save those for the party. Yeah.
Right. The people who can't be there, just so
No,
And then-
it's a great idea.
like I'm saying, I'm gonna also ask for if people have pictures of some of the people who have passed away, unfortunately. But I think that people had such a long life experience post high school that just showing their high school picture is fine, but I'd like to just kind of have something that's more representative of what their life was, and so reach out to family and friends and say, hey, send us, your favorite pictures of this person, so we can include that in the memorial video.
Okay. And Marla, you've done quite a few of these things. What are we forgetting to talk about here today?
Well, we talked about finding people. We didn't talk about how the snail mail is going to go out, but I think that's something we can figure out once we discover how many emails or how many contacts we have that don't have email. Because
Yeah.
it's really easy to find people and find a street address. It's not as easy to find their email address. So that's
Right.
going to be an initial contact with a lot of these people.
And a
before we
current
go,
one.
I really want to say,
Sorry,
no,
my husband's using the blower out there.
I can't hear him at all.
We can't hear it.
I just want to say before we get cut off that on Tuesday, John is having pretty major surgery. He's got stenosis in his neck. So they're going in 2 ways. Anyway, so he's going to be out for like 9 hours. So he's very nervous, but I know that we'll all be thinking good thoughts for him and wishing him
Definitely.
the very best.
Yep.
And he's gonna watch this video, so don't say anything mean about him. No, I'm kidding. Because I love him. This is my brother from another mother. So that's why he's not here today. He's getting ready for that, and he's going to be great, and he's going to be dancing up a storm at the reunion.
Yep.
Not that we're going to be having dancing, but you know, he'll be
Well, you'd
kicking
be
it.
able to.
Yeah, catering. Everybody's going to be catering.
Gatorade.
Okay. Anybody else have any words of wisdom?
I'm feeling a
Again,
huge
Kelly.
relief.
Thank you for being here today.
Yes,
Yes,
thank you. And
thank
thank you
you.
for everything.
Nice
That's
to see you.
Yep. In many ways.
And especially Kelly Kimball. That's amazing.
Yep.
Yeah, see, there you go. Saving the day again.
Okay, Judy, do you want to try to set up another call with the reunion committee? You want to do it by yourself? You want me to be with you? Jayne, you
well,
wanna be
I
on it?
think are we on Tuesday I'm going to check it in with her to finalize going out on Wednesday to check, and you know, there was question, did we want to check the Sheraton or not? And so I guess, do I say yes, we're going to go check the Tipsy Goat,
Yes.
but not the Sheraton?
I think we want to try to stay on this date. So I would ask
Okay.
her, well, the other question, the reason for contacting her immediately is say, hey, we need to know what other we just, you know, information is, you know, knowledge is power. We need to know, is there any other venues in the Valley?
Yeah.
Period. And then we'll go for the costs, and then
Yeah.
we'll bring Kelly in, and you know, it's just a math problem, right, Kelly? I mean, it's just a math problem. So
Yeah, not a problem.
Kelly, do you have any interest in joining us Wednesday afternoon in Thousand Oaks, in beautiful Thousand Oaks?
Possibly. My problem is honestly, it's I've got 3 companies I'm running now, and
I figured that would be hard to squeeze in with your schedule, so,
it's a
but
little
I
tough.
certainly wanted to
you're welcome.
invite you.
Send me-
Yeah.
You send me the invitation. Actually, this week is rather light. So just can you send me the invite, and I'll make it if I can.
Sure. We're tentatively scheduled to meet at Tipsy Goat at 4 p.m. on Wednesday.
And it's in what's the meeting? I'm sorry.
Just to
Just to
look at the
see that.
facility and just check it out and
Talk,
get
talk,
some.
you know, talk to other people.
final-
I mean, you know,
Yeah.
where's the boundaries going to be? Can we have the whole place to ourselves so we have total control? I mean, you know, just ask those questions.
Well, if there's food involved, it's a better chance I'll be there.
Okay.
It looked like pretty good food, actually.
It did, yeah, I hope so.
This is not the body that turns down food.
All
Yeah,
right.
no. If you could, send me the information. I'll do my best.
Okay, and then as people, you know, as you check out the website, like I say, we'll be, as John says, we'll be increasing the information and whatnot, and
Judy, did you do that website?
Probably go live.
yeah,
once this-
it's just a
No, it's not just anything. It was really nice. I really was very surprised. Good for
well, thank you.
What's
No,
the
it's
what's the
pretty,
what's
you
the
know,
what's the URL on the website?
it is CHS 50 at let's see, yeah, wait a minute. Sorry, let me check. I sent it and I don't
Okay, well, you could send it. Is it on the Instagram?
Yeah.
Since now I'm on Instagram.
It was on an email.
well, I haven't, it's not it's published, it's not public.
I know,
So
so you have to have it. So
because it's not, you know, fully finished yet, but
It was on that text string that you just got added to, John. So if you could
Okay.
look back,
yeah,
find it.
yeah, it's
That's all right. That's all right. We only have a few minutes left. Anybody else have anything?
yeah.
oh,
You know
well,
what?
contact Marsha Rock. Does
Marsha
somebody want
Rock.
to?
I will.
You will? Okay, thank you.
There's a name
Yep.
I haven't heard in 50 years.
Yeah,
Nope.
remembered that name too.
I think
And
we
you
were-
sent the email address on that
I did.
thread, yes?
Did.
Okay. All right, great.
it's going to be
All
fun.
right.
It's going to be fun.
Thank you all so
Oh,
much.
thanks, guys.
Keep me
Thank you. Good to
posted. Let me
see
know
you.
when you want to meet again.
Good to see
All
you.
right.
All right,
All
Judy,
right, let's
Hey.
meet again.
I'll call you
Bye.
later, Judy.
Bye-bye.
Thanks,
Yeah.
everybody. Have a good
Thank
rest of your
you.
day.
Thank you,
Kelly.
everyone.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.